Guys, I suggest don't play for money if you can't take the heat, man. Don't play for money anymore, JT. JT, give him back the money.
For everything? Oh.
10, 10, 10. Yeah.
10, 10, 10?
Yeah.
10, 10, 10, and then 5?
I want 10, 10, 10 with you.
10, 10, 10,
Yeah.
and 10?
Yeah. Scratch, yeah. Scratch. My amigos. We're starting on hole 10. Welcome. This is Fig Garden Golf Course in Fresno, California. That's JT. He's a really good player. He's a golf professional. Does club fitting and stuff. And this is Hector. This is the guy who helped me with my Sterlings, my Tom Wishon single length irons. It's 408 yards. It's a par 4. Pretty much straight up, but there's some trees in the way. I had 142 right here. The wind was going from left to right, and I went with my pitching wedge. And I told myself, just chill. Don't give it, 95%, 90%. Give it like 80%. And then my plan just went out the window. So I went over by just a little bit, but this is easy. This is my pitching wedge again. I'm doing these bump and run shots. A lot of these shots. And I hit it too far. Should have gone with my 60, I think. That's okay. I just didn't have the right touch. This is for par. So we're playing lowest putts for 5 units. And then Hector and I have a game of 10, 10, 10 units. 10 in the front, 10 in the back, 10 overall. And then we have a game between the 3 of us, which is another 10 units in the front, 10 units in the back. Pow! That was for birdie. Hector took an early lead. I bogeyed and JT parred. JT hits every fairway. Nice. Hits every green. I mean, he is so consistent. This is 175 yards today. Par 3. Hector was struggling a little bit. He's been changing his gear.
That's what I was talking about.
That was a good swing right there. I went for the fade and hit a good shot. This is JT for birdie. The greens were really bumpy. They had just punched, it seemed like maybe a month and a half ago. This is my birdie. Crammed it. I don't mind that 3-footer anymore. It doesn't bother me as much anymore. Now that I've been focusing a lot more time on my putting, and that was Hector's par. He had a really good up and down. Okay, so no damage on this hole. Par for JT. Very nice. And this is my par. I've switched my practice routine to more putting, which is what I needed. That was the worst part of my game. So I put a lot more time, and it's paying off. I'm getting more comfortable. Putts are draining more frequently. This is a funky hole. It goes from right to left, and it's 355 yards from back here. And I just went with my driver. Historically, I've done really well on this hole. There's 2 trees right in the fairway. You'll see them in just a second, which are in the way. But if you can get past those trees, I just obliterated that. You can see the 2 trees right there.
I'm actually going to reshaft my whole set.
Yeah?
Some new shafts. So I've been testing more than anything.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing some really good results with the new shafts. I already placed an order on them. But
Every time I talk to you, you're placing orders for yourself.
well, of course,
You're probably your #1 customer.
that's the nice thing about my business.
Nice shot. That's perfect. Oh yeah, look at that. Great shot.
You like those apples, JT?
I have 40 yards right here, and I will admit, recently I've been cutting back a lot on all of my clubs. Instead of going at them 100%, I've cut down to about 80%, and I'm not used to it yet. I only had like 40 yards, man, 47 yards max. And typically I would, my 60 degree goes about 100. It's usually between 95 and 100, and I've been cutting back on it, so I'm just not used to it yet. Just a boneheaded mistake. Put it in this bunker. I mean, come on, dude. You only had 40 something in. Urgh, frustrating. Frustrating. Okay. That was for par. No good. All right, bogey. And JT birdied this one, I believe. Hector parred. This is 352 yards. It's a par 4. It goes, it's like a 90-degree angle. I like this hole. It's a little funky. You got to hit it about 220 to 240. There's a really open space right in the middle, and then it goes to the left, like just a 90-degree turn.
To the middle. Yeah, you should just be playing for the safety. Bogey, hopefully par.
I'll try to hit underneath that pine tree and roll her up there.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, that'll be really good.
And I had 107. And like I said, I've been cutting back. Usually I would use my 62 degree. I'm cutting back and I'm going to my 60 degree right here. But I'm only going like 85%. And it's working. I just haven't gotten control of it yet. This is JT's birdie. He had a good shot in too. Once again, he hit fairway, boom, hit the green. Just a consistent player. It's frustrating playing with a guy like this. Just left it short. Nice. Didn't get the birdie. This is my bird, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's for birdie and Hector. No, actually, that was for par, and he missed it. Right down the pipe. And I had, I think 103 maybe. Once again, I went with my 60 degree. Put it just above the hole. And I didn't get footage of it. I'm sorry. I birdied, and so did JT. And I believe Hector. All right, this is hole, this is a monster, guys. This is a 500-yard par 4.
I birdied back-to-back holes. I'm sorry I didn't get it. I'm not paying attention. Also, I don't have a lot of battery life, so This was kind of unexpected.
Who thought it was a good idea to put a 500-yard par 4? But it is a beast of a hole. Just a monster. This is my second shot. This is my 6-iron, and I'm just trying to fade it. Like a low fade. Boom, hit a good shot. Just opened up my club, and I felt like I took my club from the outside across my body. This is for 118 and my 60 degree again. Now I'm gonna go like 95% right here.
Oh no. Oh, I think that's green.
Put it just below the pin, probably about 15 feet. This is JT for birdie.
Wow, with these greens.
And it's a long hole. I mean, to reach it in 2 is, it takes 2 really good shots. I mean, it should be a par 5. This is JT for par. Just missed. Hector fell apart on this hole. He had some really bad shots. He typically doesn't play this. He's not this far off, but I mean, he tripled his hole, I believe. This is my par. This will be a great par that drops. Wow!
That was nasty.
That would be a skin in a tournament because this hole is, it's tough. And this is Hector for a triple. Rough.
Plenty of golf to play. Plenty.
Okay. This is a par 5. Really tight window, you can see right there. 542 yards. JT doesn't miss a fairway, man. The guy is just nails right in the middle every single time. That's a good swing right there. I'm really happy with the way my swing is progressing. You see how I don't do the full shoulder turn in my real swing, but I do it in my practice swing, which is important because very soon, there it is. Look, well, that one I didn't turn very much. So there's water to the left, so I was trying to avoid that. And I faded this, but it faded too much. I never even started it on the right line. Ooh, luckily it got through, and I have a little window right here. This is my pitching wedge. I'm just going to bump and run. Get through all this junk right in the front. And it was a good touch. This is for birdie, JT. Ooh, ooh, just missed. Okay, it's par for him. And this is my birdie as well. Come on. Come on. Thought it would turn to the left, or to the right. It didn't. Okay, so par for me, par for JT, and this is Hector, who's been struggling, but he can rebound right here with the solid bird. Oh no! Par. No bueno. He really needed that. Okay, this was playing, I had my 8-iron right here. It was playing 174, I believe. Pin was on the right-hand side, and I just absolutely stuck it. Stuck it, kid. Like, tapping 4 inches. It was a good shot.
I like the way you talk to him, huh?
Oh, Schneike, nice shot. Oh, get in the hole. I don't even see it either.
I think you're in the hole, to be honest.
I saw it hit the ground, but I lost it.
You're in the hole.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Are you sure, JT?
It hit the ground and I lost it.
Holy.
Okay, JT.
Another beauty.
You can see mine right here. These guys just said pick it up, get out of the way. There was a threesome behind us that was playing from the whites. And so they were just on our tail the entire time. There's 4 of us, and we're playing from all the way in the back.
Shame. That would be shame.
I don't feel rushed. Nice. Ooh.
Oh,
And I think there was a girl with them, so she was playing, you know, from the Reds.
oh, come on.
That was for birdie. So JT pars. Okay, we go into the last hole. JT and I are tied after I just birdied that right there. That was Hector, and he yanked it. 1 OB. Guys, I have something I'm going to mention right now because this was a leading
Might be
topic
okay.
for the entire day.
Provisional.
You or me, JT? Go for it. Okay.
Okay, Hector went OB right there to the left. It's important that I mention this. I had my 5-iron. This is a 473 par 4. That's crazy, dude. Doesn't make any sense. 473 yards from back here. It's a long par 4, so I just laid, and I just wanted to play for bogey because I know that I could take JT in terms of length, but he's got me in terms of accuracy. And sure enough, there he is again. Driver right down the middle. Okay, so I went way far right. And this is my 6-iron. I'm just trying to get it over these trees right here. 6-iron is trying to fade it. It didn't fade at all. It went straight. And I ended up here.
Okay.
Now, I mentioned Hector went OB. Instead of hitting a provisional, which he should have, because we're playing for cash, and those are the rules, he dropped where he felt his ball went out. How do you feel about this, guys? Is this something that is excusable when you're playing for cash? In other words, tournament play? Okay, I had my 8-iron right here. I had 176 to the hole. And I had to draw it right there. I didn't do a very good job at all. As a matter of fact, it stayed to the right. And I went way past the hole, and I'm hitting back into the green. So I went probably 12 yards past the hole to the right. It was in a safe spot, and then that was for my par chip. This is for my bogey putt. JT and I are tied right now. Never gave it a shot. That was for bogey. And this is JT to win the front side and take, go ahead, 20 units. 20 units of measurement. Ow. Great putt. Okay, so I said to Hector, you and I have a separate side game. 10 front, 10 back, 10 overall. He should have hit a provisional. Under the rule, which we are playing by the rules because we're competing, he should have hit a provisional. He chose not to. He dropped where his ball supposedly went out, and then he said, okay, well, I got a double on the hole. And I said, no, I think either you got to consider disqualification or you got to take an extra stroke penalty because you should have gone back and hit. Those are the rules. And Hector agreed, or whatever, I'll agree to that, and he did. Even though he was losing big time, I was worried about the overall because Hector's a better player than I am. So anyway, this is going to be a topic that we're going to have ongoing in the second half. Stay tuned because it's going to get heated. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. See you in part 2.